What up, y'all? It's your boy Martine, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome once again to the Truth and Absolute channel, where I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, good God Almighty. All right, y'all. Now listen, if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure that you hit that subscribe button before you leave. If you want to talk some boxing, make sure to jump in the comments down below. We love talking boxing around here. I try to respond to every single body. If I've missed you in the past, I'm really sorry about that. Not my intention. These notifications do not come in order, nor do they always come. So forgive me on that, but I ain't forgot about you. If you've been subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Thank you for being here. Truth and Absolute channel. Let's get it popping, y'all. All right, so now listen. So I make videos, obviously, in what's trending, what's going on, what people are talking about. And sometimes I just think about certain scenarios and things in my head, and I like to give the video to you guys. Right now, it's one of those videos. So obviously, we know that Ryan Garcia just shocked the world this past Saturday night. And we say shocked the world because those odds in Vegas were crazy, obviously, orchestrated by Ryan Garcia, cashed out by Ryan Garcia. Big ups to both Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. It is reported that I think Devin made $35 million, Ryan Garcia making 50 out of all the stuff. So there's no losers inside that ring. Big ups to both of them. They got a huge payday. Good for them. Boxing is not an easy sport. Anyway, so as y'all seen by now, you know Ryan Garcia tweeted out that Floyd Mayweather told him to come in heavy to the fight. Floyd Mayweather told him to come in 3 pounds heavier. But I got to ask why. Now, obviously, we know leading up to the fight, Bill Haney, made comments that Devin Haney beat up Floyd Mayweather in sparring, right? We all seen the video where Floyd Mayweather and Bill Haney are going at it, jawing back and forth. Devin Haney saying, you're not real, this and that. I'm still in the streets. Floyd's over there like, we're too old to be in the streets. That's nothing to glorify, whatever. So I got to ask myself, why would Floyd, if it's true, it's not like Floyd came out and said otherwise. If it's true, why did Floyd give advice to Ryan and advise him to come in 3 pounds heavier, right? Obviously, in telling him that, he's telling him, don't worry about the belt. One, that's the first thing he's telling him. But it's just weird to me because him coming in that much heavier, how does it benefit Floyd? How does it benefit the fight game to PBC and everyone? Well, now Haney, although he has a belt, is a defeated fighter. And what I mean by that is that, Devin Haney took a beating inside of that ring. He took a beating mentally, and he took a beating physically, probably worse mentally. Because, of course, just like the betting odds, Devin Haney made it sound like it was it. That he was going to wash Ryan. And hell, a lot of us thought that Haney might cruise to a decision victory, fighting how Devin Haney fights. Well, Ryan succeeded in taking him off of his game plan. Devin Haney stood there and fought with Ryan. That all failed. He took a beating. He knows that people are talking, and people are talking everywhere, making little videos. I know y'all saw that little funny cartoon. It is funny as could be. So now there's still potential to make a big fight with Devin Haney, even if it's not Ryan Garcia, and they could challenge him for the belt. But now he's a defeated fighter. So now they could throw someone at Devin Haney for his belt, and it kind of mixes up the division. But Devin Haney obviously came out and he was talking about, he's pretty much saying that he wants to do it again. This time he wants it to be a fair fight. Now, we could all agree that Ryan should have made weight. However, did weight play some big role in him beating Devin Haney? Now, I do get this. 3 pounds, we kind of just dust off the shoulders and don't look at it like it's a lot of weight when you're cutting, right? We might say, well, 3 pounds is not a lot of difference. Well, it could be a hell of a lot of difference. Just put it like this. Let's just say that you lose, and I don't know this for certain, okay? I'm estimating. Let's just say you lose a pound a day, right? That's 3 extra days of working hard, being on a strict diet, eating almost nothing in order to make weight, right? It puts a beating on your body. I've never been a pro, so I don't know what it's like to cut weight that much and then rehydrate the next day. But I would have to imagine that in rehydrating, you're all good. If you're allowed to rehydrate to a healthy weight, closer to your natural weight, I'm assuming it's not a big deal. So in fight night, they look pretty much the same size. I'm pretty sure they were weighing the same amount. In my opinion, the weight did not have anything to do with the outcome of the fight. It was the way that Haney fought, and it was the way that Ryan fights, right? It was just Haney is feather-fisted, Ryan got heavy hands, and it went a certain way. Haney walked away from his game plan. So thinking into that, what's the possibilities, right? Ryan said that he would like to maybe fight Sebastian Fundora at 154, like we talked about in the past. I think they even mentioned Conor Benn's name with him. Obviously, he said Bud, which I don't think that's going to happen. He obviously called out Errol Spence, but again, I don't think that's even going to be talked about or happen at this point. So the question is, will Tankdavis take a rematch with Ryan Garcia? And I'm going to be real with y'all. There's a better chance that we see Errol Spence in the ring against Ryan Garcia than Tankdavis. And let me tell you guys why. And this is what was on my mind, okay? You see, I've been watching boxing for a long time, and I'm one of those annoying cats. When there's an up-and-coming fighter, I'll give him his dues, I'll give him his flowers and all that, but I'm not going to start talking about him at a high level until I see that he does something to take him to that high level. You know what I'm saying? When Canelo was fresh on the scene, they talked about him a certain way. I'm like, I'm not convinced yet. He's good. He's doing what he does. I still need to see him climb. Well, Canelo started picking up fights. He was fighting Austin Trout. He obviously fought Floyd Mayweather. He kept fighting, getting better. I'm like, okay, I respect this dude. Same with Triple G. When he was fighting nobodies, knocking dudes out, I'm like, I'm not a believer yet. All of a sudden, Triple G is fighting different dudes. What was it? Matthew Macklin, Curtis Jackson. He just kept fighting dudes too. Anyone they threw at him, he was dropping them. There's some fights he didn't fight, but whatever, right? And the list goes on, and I'm like that with fighters. But there's one fighter in particular, right, that in my personal opinion, and I got nothing against, I think he's entertaining. He's obviously got a large fan base, and I'm talking about Tankdavis. You see, I never saw Tankdavis hit that point. I never saw him fight people without a humongous advantage to say this dude is the real deal. Because in reality, the biggest name on Tank's resume is Ryan Garcia. Now, you guys have seen the Ryan that fought Tank and the Ryan that fought Devin Haney, and those are two whole different Ryan Garcias. One is a healthy one is a weight-drained Ryan Garcia that wasn't allowed to rehydrate close to his natural weight. So obviously, you got every advantage in the world going into that fight, right? The broken rib or whatever it was, detached rib that Ryan had, I mean, that happens in boxing. You know what I'm saying? If that was a big deal, Ryan could have said, yo, I'm hurt and not fought. So I can't put that one on Tank. You know what I'm saying? Unless it has to do with the weight cut. But then again, Ryan signed that. I don't see... And right now, how Tank has it, I'm going to say, if I was a promoter, if I was someone behind Tank, I would love the fact that I have Tank, because Tank could, like I said in the past, and I've been real critical on this. And again, I'm not hating on Tank. Let's drop that. I respect every fighter, and I think Tank, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a solid fighter. But Tank could fight anybody, and he'll have the front page article. It's almost like PBC controls the boxing narrative to a great degree, because they'll be blowing him up. They'll be talking about him all crazy, right? And I never got sold to the idea. In my head, I'm thinking, where did this all come from? What has he done? What has he accomplished? However, he'll sell no matter who he fights. So why throw him in there with the Ryan Garcia with the rules that Ryan Garcia would want? A catch weight at 145. He's probably going to want no rehydration clause and all that. That is fixing to get Tank defeated. And as of right now, why take that risk with Tank when you could just have him face anybody? You know what I'm saying? He could just face anybody and sell the same amount. So that's why I say I don't see Tankdavis taking that fight. I don't see the people that back Tankdavis to say, yeah, Tank, let's go make that fight with Ryan Garcia at 145. You notice it's not being talked about that much, right? Normally it would be like, yo, Ryan Garcia deserves a rematch. Ryan is not even getting as much play with the rematch as Pitbull Cruz did when he fought a one-handed Tank, right? We're still talking about a rematch between Cruz and Tank. It was big. With Ryan, it's not a big topic of discussion, at least not the videos I've seen, the content I've seen, news articles that I've ran into. And why is that? Why is that? Because PBC is not going to push for that regardless of how much money it makes. Because right now, you could say that PBC, I don't want to say it's their cash cow, but again, they're in a really good position with Tank. So what does that leave Ryan Garcia with? Who does that leave next? I don't see a rematch with Devin Haney happening. And the simple reason is that Ryan's already in Devin's head. You know what I'm saying? The way that he got beat, the way that he was taking them left hooks, it reminds me of Fernando Vargas versus Tito Trinidad way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Vargas fought Tito way too soon, and he took a beat in that fight. He got beat up that fight, and it seems like Fernando Vargas was never the same after that. I hope, and I mean this, I really hope that's not the case with Devin Haney. I hope he bounces back even stronger than before. But the reality is, man, this is boxing. A beating like that with the lead up and everything that happened in between, let's just hope that he does. Let's just say that. So, in my personal opinion, Ryan Garcia, the next time we see him in the ring, I don't know, man. I really don't know at this point. I really don't know. I know it's not going to be Tank. I'll tell you guys that right now. That's what was big on my mind. I was thinking about different scenarios. So, in my opinion, that's not going to happen. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds, man. But pretty much that's what I wanted to get off really quick. Also, I said on my last video I wasn't sure on a fight, but it is confirmed. Virgil Ortiz will be facing Tim Tszyu on that crazy card in LA come early August. So anyway, y'all, drop a comment down below what would you think that Ryan's next move is going to be, and on the whole Tank situation. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all see where I'm coming from with the Tank thing? If Tank is your favorite fighter, if he is a guy that could do no wrong, just look at his resume and see, am I tripping? Don't compare him to anyone else. Just tell me, am I tripping, right? You got to remember, I'm a little older than you guys. I grew up watching many different generations come and go and what they had to accomplish. So when I see it now, I'm like, damn, whoever controls the narrative, right, of the sport, whoever's heavy hitter and has their long reach in the sport could blow up their fighters in any way. Anyway, y'all, drop a comment down below. Let's talk boxing. Much love. God bless. Remember, y'all, the truth shall set you free. Peace.